Hey, what is going on, guys? Nintendo here, recording another part of the E3 predictions for Nintendo. I apologize, it's been a little while, but Cherrynelson and I have both been busy. But today, last time we discussed pretty much what we know we'll see. Today we discuss what most people want to see, and we've had a few leaks in between the episodes, so let's go ahead and discuss those real quick. But before that, why don't you introduce yourself, Cherrynelson?
Well, you already said my name, so that's pretty much good enough for me. So,
So in between the episodes, we've had I think a good 3 leaks. So I think we should quickly mention Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice. Are you excited for that game at all?
no, I played the first game or the first half, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, no.
Neither am I. Like, I watched a trailer. It does look better than the first Sonic Boom. I may still pick it up just to try it. I don't know, but it's like, why continue Sonic Boom? That was just a horrible series.
The TV show wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But still, it wasn't too great.
And then we also got news on Hyrule Warriors 3D. Now, I was one of the first to see it, and I was like, dude, come see this crap! Like, I was really excited for Hyrule Warriors 3D when it was announced. Like, when it said Zelda 3DS and it was a leak, like, it got leaked, I was like, okay, it either has to be Twilight Princess 3D or Hyrule Warriors 3D, and sure enough, it was Hyrule Warriors 3D, since I don't think Nintendo is quite ready to make a new Twilight Princess yet, since that's a pretty big game, but never know. What are your thoughts on the game?
Hyrule Warriors, I don't know. I mean, it's cool with the new characters, but I don't think it needs a 3DS port, to be honest.
Yeah, we've already gotten it on the Wii U, and I don't think they can make it any better than the Wii U version, other than the 2 new characters, really. But,
sorry.
No, you go.
Another thing is, like, why is Nintendo working on a game that released, a couple months ago? When they could be working on, like, Twilight Princess or something else like that.
Or, like, another version of Skyward Sword, like HD or something.
Yeah.
Or remake A Link to the Past, since they actually have remade a lot of their Zelda games. Like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and Majora's Mask, which my favorite remake was probably Wind Waker's, obviously, because it was on the console. I did really like the remake of Majora's Mask. I don't know about Ocarina of Time's remake, because I was never a huge fan of that game, so.
It was good.
Like Cherry.
Really good.
Yeah, I played it before, I just didn't. I only played a half hour of that remake. I played the first game more than half hour, trust me, but. Anyways, and then one more leak, which was leaked today, the day we were recording this very morning, and I made like a little, kind of weird video on it, but it was Ryu and Roy in Smash Brothers. So, what do you think about this news?
Well, Roy was, if any of you, Nintendo fans out there remember, before Smash came out, they said Roy was going to be in the game. So, like, what does that say to you? Like, they're obviously going to add him. It's just not when the game comes out. So, yeah. Ryu, on the other hand, yeah, he's one of the best, well, not the best, but one of the most unique characters in Street Fighter, and I think it's a great addition to Smash. Yes.
Yeah, we knew Roy was coming, basically. That wasn't, like, too much of a surprise. Ryu was a little surprised, because, like, almost everyone in the whole entire world wanted Ryu in Smash, and, I mean, of course they would have had to add him. I feel like Ryu's gonna be just like Little Mac, but a little bit more acrobatic, and not as fast, obviously, because Little Mac's speed is a little too OP, but, I mean, I think, I I feel bad. Cherry and I, we feel bad for Daddy Sakurai because everything he tries to keep a surprise for tomorrow's presentation and just Smash in general always gets leaked by a hacker or someone. And I kind of feel bad for the dude. In my opinion, I think before they had to add Roy because they already promised Roy. He should have been the first person, not Mewtwo. But Mewtwo was obviously a hyped person. And but in my opinion, I think it's about time. I mean, since those two characters were leaked, I think he better announce like Rayman or Banjo Kazooie still, because we still need those two in Smash. And if you guys don't know, Lucas is actually, I think, coming out tomorrow, right?
Or sometime.
Yeah, I think it was tomorrow after Sakurai's presentation. But anyways, now after the leaks, let's get on to like what we were originally going to talk in the episode about and things we want to see at E3. So let's start with Galaxy 3 because a lot of people want Galaxy 3. So including me. So what do you think about this title?
Well, Galaxy and Galaxy 2 were amazing games. I personally like Galaxy 2 more.
Me too.
But I love the Galaxy series. It's my favorite Mario series in general. And if they made a Galaxy 3 on the Wii U, I would love them. So.
Yeah, and I think it's been about time that, since Galaxy 2, it's been like a good 5 years. And if Nintendo this whole time says they haven't been making Galaxy 3 this past 5 years, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because, dude, Galaxy 1 and 2, they both sold excellently well. So I wouldn't see why they wouldn't continue the series. And it's one of the better 3D Marios. Like, don't get me wrong, 64 and Sunshine are loved too. But it's the newer 3D Marios, besides 3D World. But, yeah, I mean, they definitely gotta make Galaxy 3, and 2016 sounds like the perfect year to do it. Galaxy 3, 2016. That's it. I don't know, that sounds perfect to me. In my eyes. So, they better as heck announce that at, of course, E3, because a lot of people want it, but they doubt it. A lot of people are doubting, though, too, that it'll actually come, because that's a huge game if they announce that.
Yes.
And speaking of Twilight Princess 3D, so a lot of people also want that. So, of course, I already know you want it, but let's hear your thoughts.
Well, obviously, you know, Twilight Princess is my favorite Zelda game. And a lot of people have that as their favorite Zelda game. If they did have to make a remake of it, which I'm sure they will, they have to do it on the Wii U. Like, they almost have to. Because that game, like, even on the Wii, it was beautiful. Like, the colors were just so amazing. Like, that game is so beautiful.
It definitely doesn't sound like it should be on the 3DS.
Yeah, because, to be honest, the 3DS, if they put it on there, they would probably just make, like, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask graphics.
Yeah.
So.
Which, those graphics aren't bad, but
it's not what we want.
Yeah, if they put it on the Wii U, that it would make it that much better. Yeah, I mean, I personally want it quite a bit. I wouldn't mind it, of course. I mean, I won't die if they don't put it on there. But, I mean, personally, so far of the two games, I want Galaxy 3 a little bit more. But I also want Twilight Princess Remake. Let's talk about now Metroid. And people are saying Retro Studios has definitely got to bring Metroid back because they are working on the title. We just don't know what it is. So, do you want Metroid?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would like to see another Metroid title. I mean, the last one, it wasn't the greatest, but still, it was still fun.
Yeah.
Very creative.
And it's kind of like we need it, because that's more of like a general Nintendo series, and I don't think they should really forget about it.
Yes.
So yeah, I think everyone wants Metroid back. Make another Metroid Prime probably, or just a new game in general. Um, and yeah, so we a lot of us want Metroid. And another title many people want is an Animal Crossing U. I definitely want that game so badly because imagine finally another Animal Crossing game on the console, and the online on the 3DS was already pretty fun. It'd just be that much better if it was on online on the Wii U, as long as it doesn't lag. But imagine like for the co-op. Normally in Animal Crossing games, each person that you generally live with have to create a different character in that game. But imagine if one guy can have half the screen and do his thing in town, and then you could do your thing in town and have the other half of the screen. In my opinion, that would be pretty cool. But what are your thoughts?
For me personally, I would love an Animal Crossing for the Wii U. It's been 2 years since Animal Crossing New Leaf came out. I love that game to death. I still play it sometimes.
Yeah, I think you've played over like 100 hours of it.
Yeah, at least.
Mhm.
And yeah, I would just love to see one. I already know that they might put a little teaser in E3 for an Animal Crossing, but I already know they're not going to be doing an Animal Crossing thing for E3.
Yeah, well, they could, because they do have that Animal Crossing app on the Wii U.
Which is very good.
Yeah, I can actually go into it right now. But they do have that on their Wii U system. So they definitely took time in actually making the graphics for the Animal Crossing app on the Wii U. So, yeah, I would definitely want just a new Animal Crossing in general. Maybe it doesn't even have to be for the Wii U. Another one for the 3DS would be pretty cool. People might complain that we just got an Animal Crossing like just 2 years ago, so it might not still be like a new title, kind of. But yeah. So let's head on to our next title. Now we have about 3 more titles to just quickly glance over. And do you want a Luigi's Mansion for Wii U?
Well, it's the same thing as Animal Crossing. It's been 2 years since that game's
Yeah,
come out.
it's still new.
Yeah.
I highly doubt they'll make another one this quickly.
Because it took them, I don't even know how many years to get the second one, but
Yeah.
they definitely will make another one. Not this year, for sure. But yeah, I can definitely see them pulling maybe like a tiny teaser for maybe just a Luigi game in general, because in the year of Luigi, we didn't get very many Luigi games. Like, we got Dark Moon, we got Luigi U, we got Dr. Luigi.
Yeah.
Those titles, they're fun, but nothing too special.
Yeah. I think Luigi's Mansion should have just been meant. I think they should have just definitely, because the Wii was already out when they made Dark Moon, so I think they should have just put it on the Wii U and like kind of rescheduled their whole game. Because I think it's more meant for a console game. I wasn't a huge fan of the 3DS version, though it did have online. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was okay, but I think it definitely would have been a better port on the Wii U version. So, yeah. I think we both think that it's a little too soon for an Animal Crossing in Luigi's Mansion, but hey, you never know. Now, for our second to last title, we should discuss Diddy Kong Racing. So, do you think they'll bring back this series as a Wii U title?
Well, for me personally, I didn't play much of the original, but from what I've heard and what I've seen, it is a really fun game. Like,
yeah.
It may have had like a really bad story and stuff, but still, like, I really enjoyed it.
Most Nintendo fans even compare it to Mario Kart 64, which, and that own thing, that makes it a very good game if it can compare to that one.
I would love to see a Mario Kart game just like that, except without like all the Diddy Kong characters.
Yeah.
I would love to see a Mario Kart like that.
Yeah, or just like a Donkey Kong racing, that would be pretty cool. They kind of changed it up a bit, and I heard like a lot of those missions in that game were like some of the difficultest, that's not a word, but the most difficult missions Nintendo has ever put into one of those games. So if they make a difficult title, I mean, I wouldn't mind that, but yeah. I mean, they already are working on Mario Kart though, like the DLC and stuff, which we kind of discussed in last episode, which I think we still will see some more DLC for Mario Kart. So I think they gotta do all the DLC for Mario Kart first before I think they can bring that title for the Wii U, because that'd be a little too much racing on our Wii U when we can have more shooters or more RPG or stuff like that on our Wii U. So last game before our final questions, which will be at the very end of the episode, which is Paper Mario for Wii U or 3DS, which we already got in the 3DS, but do you want to give your thoughts?
Well, Paper Mario, I mean, the last game was pretty fun. I pretty much 100% complete that game. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the Paper Mario series. I would just rather have like a regular 3D Mario, but Paper Mario is still a big part of the Nintendo franchise, so I definitely wouldn't mind if they brought it for Wii U. That series is a little too new too as well though. Like they did just release a game back in 2012, so who knows if they'll bring that title back, but we have gotten some hints that they could be working on it, and there has been a little leak going on, so yeah, I definitely hope they do bring that. We don't know for sure though. None of this stuff we know for sure. This is just everything fans want, pretty much. So now for our 3 final questions of today's episode. And thank you, by the way, Cherrynelson, for sticking with me through this episode. So this first question is, what would you rather have? Super Mario 64 2, a Sunshine 2, a Galaxy 3, or a brand new 3D Mario?
Well, from what I remember, there are Super Mario 64, Sunshine, 3D World, and 3D Land. They're pretty much sequels. Not to 64 and Sunshine, but and then we got Galaxy. So I don't think they'll be making a new one, so that's out of the question. I would either like to see a 64 2 or a remake of 64.
Yeah, because 64 was a terrific game. I mean, most people love it. Cherrynelson is kind of in the group of like he likes it, but it's just not his type of game. I mean, they can definitely fix a lot of the flaws. Probably, it was a bit like slippery in the game, and they could definitely fix a bit of the flaws because that game's almost been out for 20 years now. So, and though we have gotten the DS version, which kind of fixed a little bit of it, it still wasn't like the actual game. And we did get that one Super Mario 64 HD on PC. Which was it was a pretty fun game, but of course it got taken down by Nintendo. So that could actually mean that they could be working on a sequel for that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, but I think 64 too we all want, but do you think they'll ever make a Sunshine 2?
Same thing with 64. They're either gonna make a Sunshine 2 or a remake of it.
Yeah, for 64 I'd prefer a remake probably, but for Sunshine I'd actually prefer a sequel. So
I think that game really needs a sequel, to be honest.
yeah, and then Galaxy 3 we did discuss a lot of that. Or would you just want a brand new 3D Mario? So Um, that's kind of a hard question because just saying a brand new 3D Mario, we don't really know anything about it. Um, but if it's like a combination of all four of the HD Marios, like Sunshine, 64, Galaxy, and 3D World, that would be like a dream come true probably if they like put all those mechanics into that one game. I think in my personal opinion, I would prefer a HD remake of 64 or Galaxy 3. Sunshine 2 I would want, but not as much as those. What about you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just see in a couple days, but
Yeah.
64 HD would be cool for the Wii U, and Sunshine 2 would be amazing. Galaxy 3, another amazing title, and a brand new 3D Mario game. To be honest, I just want a new Mario game. I don't really care what we get.
Yeah. Going on for our next question, our second to last question. Do you think this will probably be a quick question? Will they keep doing Amiibo? Like when Smash is out of characters and Mario Kart is and all that. Do you think they'll keep doing Amiibo?
Is that even a question? They've already made thousands of dollars on these.
Yeah, it's one of their most selling things, so yep, I think they'll keep doing Amiibo. Okay, on to our last question now. Top characters we want in Smash.
I already know my picks.
Okay, so you can have your top 5 characters. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll give you a little time to think. Okay, so at number 5, Banjo-Kazooie. At number 4, it would probably be Skull Kid, because I know you want that one too. At 3 would be definitely, probably either Tails or, yeah, probably just Tails. At number 2, it would be Rayman, of course, and 1 would be Silver, which I know that probably won't happen, but those are my 5 picks for my top characters I want in Smash. You?
Okay, well, I don't really, I want to see Banjo-Kazooie in Smash, but they haven't gone to that series in forever, and plus Xbox pretty much bought Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah. They'd have to pay a lot of money for that.
So, personally for me, number 5 would be Shadow.
Yeah.
Number 4 would be Tails. Number 3 would be Silver. Number 2 would be Rayman. And number 1, I think you know.
Yeah, Skull Kid.
Skull Kid. I would love Skull
What about that one girl, I forgot her name, from Skyward Sword that you wanted?
Oh, Toon Zelda.
Yeah. No,
That's one I really
wait, no, I think it was a different person. But yeah,
But
Toon Zelda would be awesome. I think she's already coming to Hyrule Warriors 3D, right?
Tetra. That's who it is, Tetra.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
It's pretty much Toon Zelda, because Tetra is Zelda.
Yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's episode of E3 Predictions, this is probably going to be our final one, because E3 is in a very soon, and Sakurai's presentation is tomorrow. But if you guys enjoyed today's E3 Predictions video with Cherrynelson, go check out his channel. He's going to make videos very soon, hopefully. Be sure to leave a like, comment, do whatever you guys want to do. And, yeah, subscribe for more. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace, my kitties.